All right, let's talk some more Detroit Lions football. Who's going to be the odd guy out at running back? You got the Huntley character out of New Mexico State. You got Ty Johnson. You got Bo Scarbrough. You got Kerryon Johnson. You got DeAndre Swift. So let's talk about it. Appreciate everybody for checking back in. Make sure you check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist and check out our Lions one-on-one playlist for live stream. So hopefully I got a Lion live stream playing. We just did one this weekend. We did a power stream. Lions and Pistons live stream. So I do those from time to time. But I do appreciate everybody for checking in. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. Best way to donate to the channel is to share the video. So let's talk about this, man, because obviously somebody won't have a roster spot. We know John's Kerryon, and we know DeAndre Swift probably going to have a roster spot as long as they're active and not injured. So really, we're looking at a situation where I think Ty Johnson can still go on the practice squad. I think Huntley still can go on the practice squad. I'm not sure if Bo's still eligible to go back to the practice squad because I think he's been in the league for a few years. I don't know those rules to the T, but I think Bo is probably going to be untouchable. I think he earned his way on the roster. Obviously, he don't have a big contract, which they can get rid of him at any time. But I think he did what they envisioned that they was going to get with what they was going to get with C.J. Anderson last year. And C.J. Anderson, I don't know what's wrong with him. He had a good run with the Rams last year when Gurley got hurt a couple years ago to the Super Bowl, and now he can't get on the roster. So I don't know if it's religious belief, politics, or maybe it's just personality, or he not keeping himself in shape. He didn't get much of a chance in Detroit, but Scarbrough was basically everything they wanted Anderson to be last year, and a little bit more. So you put him with Matthew Stafford, he may be able to run like a man possessed. So especially with an upgraded line. And we hope it is an upgrade for Big V and whoever started. Maybe the guy from the 49ers, may they sign Larry Warford, or they going to roll with the two rookies, Jackson and Stenberg. Hopefully we get an upgrade. But we know what Ragnar going to do. Ragnar going to treat dudes like ragdolls. So I think Bo Scarbrough, don't kind of sleep on him also getting on the majority of the carries at some point this season. You know what I'm saying? People just think it's Swift and it's Johnson. No, I don't sleep on Scarborough, man. A lot of people think this rookie Swift going to come in and hit the ground running. He may or may not. You know what I'm saying? You can't really depend on the rookie all the time, but I think he'll do well. And I think Johnson going to have a breakout season. And that's what I believe. I think Johnson going to go for over a rack. I'm predicting 1,200 yards out of him this year. Hopefully he proved me to be right. There's nothing against Swift. I think Swift going to have a tremendous season. They complement each other well, but don't be surprised if Bo Scarborough don't supplant himself or don't supplant some of them dudes as being the main ball carrier. But why he's so important that he going to be on the roster is because he that short yardage back. Kerryon is you got a couple backs on the team. You got Swift, Huntley, and you got Ty Johnson on this side. You got Kerryon on this side. You got Bo on this side. Bo is the power. Those are the scat in the speedy and the elusive backs. And Johnson is right in the middle. He is the bridge between them. He can do it all. He can be elusive. He can cut. He got a little bit of breakaway speed. He can run with some power. So he is the all-purpose back. He is the pack back that can do what he can do to a certain extent. He can do what they can do to a certain extent. So I think Johnson is Kerryon. I think Kerryon is safe. I think DeAndre Swift is safe, obviously. And I think Bo Scarborough is safe as well. So we're in a position where, we know who we're going to stay. I think Scarborough is the only power back on the roster. I mean, they might have brought in an undrafted free agent I wasn't aware of. Yeah. I think from Scarborough to Swift to Kerryon going to stay. So really you're looking at, are they going to carry four backs is the question, which I think they should carry four backs. They don't use a fullback, so, I think they don't carry, Jesse. They're going to carry Hawkinson. And maybe what's my man's a former quarterback that's playing tight end now. They might run with those. Logan Thomas. They might roll with those three at tight end. So I think it might be a chance where they may keep four backs because they don't maybe have a fullback. They don't use one. I think they should start using the fullback more. So basically it's going to be between Ty Johnson and Huntley, whoever going to get back to the practice squad. Ty Johnson last year didn't do much. I think he was looking to bounce everything to the outside like most young backs do. And it really wasn't a hole for him. And I think that as the game slowed down for him, he had started to be able to hit those holes and cut back and do the things he needed to do. It all depends on, is Huntley just as talented as the film show? because Ty Johnson has some great film as well too. In Maryland, he did it on the Big Ten on a Power 5 conference level. If Huntley from New Mexico State is truly special, something like what Tyreek Cohen was, where he went to a smaller school, HBCU, and he was able to cut and be electric and be elusive. If Huntley is that guy where, he can be a McCluster or, pretty much he can be that type of guy who can get it out the backfield, and he's just that much more talented than Johnson, that also going to play a part. And also special teams, who's going to be better in the return game. Obviously, you don't know if Agnew going to make the roster. He ain't really good at nickel. They might try him out on offense. So basically, it's going to be about who's going to be able to provide more services. You know what I'm saying? Running back wise, also whoever to provide more services in the receiving game, whoever to provide more services in special teams and punt return and kick return. If something does happen to Agnew, maybe he get cut, he get injured or something of that nature. So they're going to be battling on multiple aspects. So I think it's going to boil down to those two guys. And both of them eligible to go to the practice squad. But then again, any NFL team can take any player off your practice squad and add them to their team. So, you don't want to lose an asset like the Cowboys lost Scarbrough last year. You don't want to lose an asset like Johnson and Huntley. So, my prediction is, it's going to be tough. You got to wait till my training camp battles come in. I'll be doing that this year as well, too. It's going to be tough for both of them. It's going to be who's going to be more talented, straight up and down. Who in camp able to pick up in pass protection, who provide speed and explosiveness, and also the skill to see the hole in the vision, who going to provide in the kick return game. But I think it's going to boil down to Ty Johnson or Huntley. And if it's close, they're probably going to go with Huntley because he's the younger guy. You know what I'm saying? But Ty Johnson been working hard. We've been talking about some of his workouts he had this summer. And really, it's just for him not to bounce everything on the outside and start to see the holes and cut back in the vision. And he probably got the inside track to make the team because they know how he tick. They know how he work. He coachable. And also, he got the experience of NFL game, game time. He played some valuable minutes. But for him, it's going to be about vision and cutback. But if Huntley is overall more talented, where he come in and he take the team by storm, and his college tape match up what he do in the NFL, you may see a situation where he may be Philip Lindsay, where he get more touches than than DeAndre Swift did, and Philip Lindsay got more touches being undrafted, even though Huntley wasn't undrafted, than the drafted guy, Royce Freeman got. So maybe it's a situation where Huntley just went under the radar, and he gonna be special, and if he can be special, that's gonna help out the Lions. We see a lot of times where these teams take running backs early, and it be the undrafted rookie or it be the later round rookie that come in and do some things. And Huntley he look like he's an explosive athlete, but can that translate to this level? I'm gonna say Ty Johnson got the inside track, and Huntley may end up on the practice squad. And I'm gonna say he only got the inside track because experience. He experienced a lot last year in the NFL, man. So that's how I'm looking at it. But then again, all this is subjective. It's early. And got the dog. I'll show him again if y'all ain't seen him. It's Mason. Chihuahua mini penetrator. Puppy. But it's all gonna go down. And anybody can get injured if Swift go down, if Johnson go down, then Huntley gonna be able to take a spot, and Todd be able to take a spot. So should be very, very interesting moving forward. But my prediction is if they keep 4 backs, it's gonna be Kerryon, it's gonna be Swift, it's going to be Scarbrough, and it's probably going to be Ty Johnson. And I think Huntley's probably going to go to the practice squad, but it depends how many. They want to keep a fullback, they want to keep a running back, they want to keep an extra tight end, maybe go 4 tight ends. They only going to run with 2 quarterbacks, 3 quarterbacks. Will Blog go back to the practice squad because he played pretty well last year? And Blog may be able to get roster spot somewhere else, so somebody might snatch Blog off the practice squad, and they develop that kid, and he is a solid number 3. So depends on how many players they keep on their roster. And we don't know how many D tackles, how many D ends, how many linebackers, how many interior linebackers, how many safeties, how many running backs, how many, that's all, it all depends. They might end up keeping 5 backs plus a fullback, you know what I'm saying? So we really don't know. But I would urge them to keep Blog on an active roster because I think somebody's going to snatch him up. He's probably the perfect number 3. Because he showed some grit and he showed some skill last year. But hey, it's my opinion. Let me know who makes the roster as far as the running backs. So you think they're going to carry all 5 of them? with no fullback or carry 4 of them at all. But let me know who you guys think make the cut, who you want to see make the cut. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email. I'm going to reach out on Twitter if you got business questions, car sponsorship, video questions. Twitter's the fastest way, then Facebook, then Instagram. I'm really on there. Want to make a donation to the channel. Cash App, PayPal description. Best way to donate is share the video one time for the one time.